She playing mind games, you know how it get. Brand new V, dropping the top, converting the lane like this. Tell me the truth, that your heart skip a beat when you fuck like this. I fell in love with your hips, baby. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute, it's been a little while since we've been here. Thank you all for the love to the channel. Continuing on the grind with me, 162 subscribers. We are on the road to 250. I can't thank y'all enough, for real. I know it's been a little bit of time. Took a little break from DDO because the 64-bit servers took a little bit of a heavy hit. So we couldn't really get any playable gameplay in there, but we are back now, so don't even worry about it. We're coming in hot with everything new. So look, we have the RavenLoft new expansion, Chill of RavenLoft. We know about that. I haven't even run it yet. I got a little bit of clips of Myth Draenor mixed in with some of the new Borderlands for my new life because I started a new life doing a Dragon Lord multi-class monk hand wrap build. Stay tuned for that at max level. I'm going to give you a guide. We are coming all new this year, like I told you. We had to take a little break because, again, I don't have the best system. So I could tell you that the lag was crushing me just a little bit. Okay, it was hard to get any like real gameplay. There were even points where I was just frozen for times and the game would just crash. The internet would just crash down. Listen, I'm not knocking them. I want to play and I want to give you guys good content and good video. So we're here now with some good content, good video. The game has cleaned up with most of its lag, so we're back now having a great time. Before I go any further, though, I just want to tell you to go to your local DDO store. Make sure you get your Gather Your Party 2025 code so you get absolute free expansion drop. It's a crazy free expansion drop. It's absolutely stacked. It's got 32-point character build. It's got all these DLCs and expansions that were in the old game that you can just get now. Go down there and get it, especially for free players. They got even some classes in there. They got some classes in there that they threw in there, like Artificer, some other classes in there. I might throw something up on screen for you right here so you can see it. I got a previous video to showcase the Night Revels event as well, because that's going on. You definitely want to go down there and get some weapons if you haven't already, because Night Revels does have some pretty decent weapons you can run throughout the game. I'm probably going to get some hand wraps. I didn't finish all my hand wraps yet. I want to get the other level hand wraps, maybe some epic hand wraps. That'd be pretty dope. But tell me, guys, how do you like the Chill of Ravenloft DLC expansion? How is everybody liking it? How's it coming down? This is some Myth Draenor. This isn't even a Chill of Ravenloft. Sorry, I don't have any Chill of Ravenloft expansion content yet. I didn't get into it. I just TR'd, so I wasn't playing too much of it there. Fast forward to the end of this video if you want to see a link of the previous Night Revels video. I did a whole Night Revels Halloween video last year. So if you want to see that, there's going to be a link at the end of this video for that one. But let's talk about expansions and builds. Besides the free expansion code that we just got, which is pretty crazy, by the way, I've played my favorite class with the hand wraps and the monk. I mean, if you watch my channel talking about DDO, you know my favorite class of all time in this game is a monk. I haven't always been the greatest with it. I'm not really a melee character in general. Not good at melee, not too good. But I'm learning, okay? I'm learning the melee ways, fighter, barbarian, monk. I've really only ever played spellcasting, cleric, sorcerer, wizard, more of the basic spellcasters. But the changes to monk, I can't lie, the combos, the way they've done the new combos and like the updates to them, that's pretty crazy. I like it. It's pretty I don't know how you say, I guess, easier for newer players to get into the class. I mean, I understood the old ways, but I really wasn't good at hitting those. I mean, maybe I never had a system to run it. All the older PCs before this one I used to use were very slow. They were laptops with not even battery life trying to play this. Sometimes the PCs I played didn't even load the floor of this game. And this game is really old, so it's not too hard to run for most computers nowadays, so that says a lot. You know what I mean? I've had definitely a slow lag experience with my first computer that I played DDO on. It was pretty crazy. So this is definitely a big change. The 64-bit servers are holding up pretty good now that the lag is pretty much kind of fizzling out and they're getting a control on it. It's been a lot less. I find that I lag more in solo, if that makes any sense. I don't know why, but I lag more in solo than I do in like a group. When I'm in a group, I don't lag as much. When I'm playing in like, a group, maybe two or three, even with this person here, just the one, wasn't too much lag here. We were getting through pretty good. I was hitting most of my attacks. There was a couple rubber banding moments where we kind of went back and forth and had to kind of wait a couple seconds. Even if you saw there that vamp bite was a little delayed, but it wasn't too bad. The vamp bite is another thing I want to talk about. I incorporated that in this monk life, and so far it's actually been pretty decent. Even on Reaper, it does a lot of health back that it gives. I'd say Reaper mode, low level, I've gotten 31 to 64, and that's from level 1 to 5, so it's pretty crazy. That's pretty decent healing. It's not great, but in the middle of a battle, if you click it every time and then fight, it's pretty decent. It heals you up your first couple hits so you can go right back in. So that's pretty cool too. And then I did the multi-class with the Dragon Lord and I went electric. So I'm probably gonna put an imbue on there from the multi-class and then kind of fizzle it together with the hand wraps and see how it does this life. I'm gonna play a bunch of monk lives back to back to back. I haven't played Dragon Disciple yet. I'm waiting on that one. I'm probably going to do that one in the next life. So stay tuned for that one. I've heard that it is a leveling monster on solo and in groups. So I definitely want to tune in and see how a magic monk is because I haven't played that. I can't even imagine it really yet. So when I get there and I play it, I'll find a build and I'll definitely tell you guys so we can kind of see how the class performs and see how the archetype is. I've heard it's really good though, in heroics and epics. So I will be surprised at what I get to play with that class completely. I'm really just excited to get down into the new DLC chill. RavenLoft, that's going to be pretty crazy. But I've been doing the Vamp Bite build with, obviously a light monk, hand wraps, and then I'm gonna also do the DL for most of the defense, some of the strength, and then maybe some wisdom in there. Also the imbue. Nothing too crazy on that tree. Kind of want to explore the vamp tree a little bit, so we'll probably go into the class tree a little bit of the lives. Um, Overall, I feel like Monk has definitely very much improved. It's not nearly as squishy as it used to be. It used to be really squishy. I mean, every encounter, you'd have to almost, pray not to be overwhelmed, and you had to be very calculated with your encounters because it was a war zone. When you dropped in with Monk, it was an absolute war zone. Every shot counted. I mean, you were so squishy. If you got hit the wrong way, it was lights out quickly. Not a lot of defense, but this new class that they've kind of implemented, changing around a couple of the feats that they throw in there, changing around Dragon Disciple, putting some spice to it. I definitely think there's going to be a lot more monks coming soon. So stay tuned for all the meta builds and setups that you see all over DDO forums page. That's gonna I mean, even Streamtime I've seen it's got a pretty good build so far. I'm sure there's a couple other streamers that have also done good builds for the monk so far, even Dragon Disciple. So stay tuned for those as well, because that's pretty. The new class is pretty crazy. I've seen people go pretty good with it. I've even joined up groups with it recently while playing this new life that I'm doing, and people have been crushing early game with that thing. So I just want to see what else it has. So far I just got 2 levels of Dragon Lord, just for really just the defense. And then on top of that, it gives me the electrical imbue, like I was talking about before, on top of the damage. And then, some health points and some defense. You also get access to Second Wind, the fighter healing mechanic, which is more healing for the monk. So why not take it, right? I mean, playing monk back to back with a bunch of heals. I'll probably go 9 monk lives. There's 9 monk lives in the game now. There's 3 of the mainstreams, the 3 archetypes, and the 3 iconic. I haven't played the iconic or the archetype yet, so we're definitely gonna do the archetype next, Dragon Disciple, and then we'll do the iconic one after that. Now, in no shape or form am I even saying that the hand wrap monk is the best, because that would not be true for sure. It is the funnest for me to run. I like hand wraps. I generally always like the monk with the hand wraps. I did try the quarterstaff monk too. I do like the quarterstaff monk a lot. I haven't tried any throwing monks. I've heard throwing monks are a beast. I've even seen throwing monks end game do a lot of damage with shuriken and throwing knives, throwing blades as well. So you could really do a throwing monk as well. I mean, the way that monk has evasion, abundant step, all type of movement abilities, and then you got the dodge with it as well with the rolls. Then you can also do like a throwing knife or a shuriken into that build, you'd basically never get touched by enemies whatsoever and just be pelting throwing stars at them infinitely and just having it return right to you and you just do all the damage to them. It would just stack crazy high. So I know why a lot of people play throwing monk. It's probably the deadliest and the fastest way to get kills with the monk. Because the monk can evade pretty much all attacks, so you can just kind of run around and just throw your throwing knife from afar, and they'll just basically miss everything. When I run it, I do play dexterity to hit and damage to start off. And then as I get higher level in there, I do go wisdom later on. That's end game. So once you go end game, you go wisdom with the monk. Dexterity to hit and damage as you level is the fastest way, I feel like, though, because you are able to do the fastest amount of attacking if you use the wind stance. And then you kind of just have a rapid attack, a lot of double strike, and then also you kind of dodge a lot of attacks because you don't get hit by anything because you have a lot of dexterity. So the dodge is high there. So that really works out in your favor. And then, key points that we got to go over when it comes to the monk. It's very fun to play, but there's some things you have to watch out for. Okay. So again, you are a little bit squishier than other classes that do melee. So remember, you're not going to take as much defense. You do get a little bit more defense now that they've changed the class up. They have changed it a lot. They put different attack moves instead of stacking them with the old way. You kind of just click the one button and it allows you to attack the same way, stacking it differently. You also get the path and the chaos fist. You also get the trees that are a little bit different. They have feats in the trees that they've changed. So it's pretty dope that they did a whole rework on the monk class with the Dragon Disciple release. But a lot of key points that we got to go over real quick is, again, evade then attack because they're a lot squishier than others. Whirlwind attack and cleave are kind of your best friend. So you got to get dodge and another feat before you can get whirlwind attack, but they're definitely worth it with monk. I would definitely go for the whirlwind attack. It's like a double attack AoE. Monk AoE is pretty crazy, especially if you do like a super heavy first blood attack. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Because I know, there's certain people who have that heavy first blood hit when it comes to coming into a combat situation. If that first blood attack is really a powerful and then you got a whirlwind attack on top of that, it just cleaves right through. Um, Play with the stance that you are the best with when it comes to monk. Everybody has different stances. I've seen people go into water stance. I've never even used water stance. I use fire stance, wind stance. I don't use earth stance or water stance. I haven't used them in a long time, maybe just to play around and practice. But I haven't really used them seriously at all. I think ever, not like to level or quest or anything like that, even in raids or such. I usually go wind stance to have a fast dodge cap and then also have like, the high evasion, high attack speed so that you get the double strike chance because, you could put a lot of damage into your double strike. And once your double strike is very high and your crit attack chance is high, with the crits and the double strike, it does a lot for hand wraps. So you definitely want to go that route. Clickies are really going to work out in your favor for certain things like Expeditious Retreat, Mage Arbor, all this stuff low level is going to help out. As you saw me just click one, Death Ward, so you don't get hit with any negative energy spells. Even low level R1s is going to be a lot faster to get through them just using some of the clicky spells that get you through. It's just a lot of stuff to help you in the starter. You know what I mean? Just to get through the fast pace of the end game right there. So make sure that you check out your Night Revels for the Halloween event. Thank you all for tuning into the video. It is your host, the MMO Mainframe. I am back and we are going to drop a lot more content, so stay tuned. and I'm also starting the live stream because I actually got that 4K camera we were talking about for the webcam. I finally got that, so here, ready to go. Thank you all for the love to the channel that you show all the time. Stay tuned. You know how we do this. You're now powered by the MMO mainframe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. She playing mind games, you know how it get. Brand new V, dropping the top, converting the lane like this. Tell me the truth that your heart's gonna beat when you fuck like this. I fell in love with your hips, baby.